Hello, my friends. It is Chelsea, aka Hungry Hungry Hippo, and welcome on back. Today, I'm going to be sharing my plan with me for the week of, the 15th through the 21st of July. I used the Watermelon Summer Kit from Planner Pixie Co, and I did purchase the printable version of this kit, so any sort of cutting or printing issues that you see are my bad. And I paired with this kit a 2 foil bundle from Planna Hannah, and I chose her deep pink and black just because I thought that would look the best together. I did print the add-on of the tall box with the brunette hair, so that's in the sidebar. And for the foil bundle, I chose the watermelon underlays. You could pick your own underlays, and I chose the watermelon underlays. They're like slices of watermelon with sticks in them. Yeah. I probably should get my notes out or something so I can tell you what happened this week. Lots of headaches. Let's see here. The power went out on Thursday. That was exciting. I finished one book and started another one. I don't have my notes in front of me, so I really couldn't tell you what book I started and what book I finished, but I guess we'll get there when we get there. Yeah. I should pull out my I have my notes. I just don't have my planner. Oh, so I was still working weekends at this point. So Friday was a busy day. And then Saturday and Sunday I worked. I'm trying to think, when did I stop having to work weekends? It's been recently. Oh, yeah, this would have been my last weekend to work. So 2 Plan With Me's from now is my Gen Con spread. So I took that weekend off of work. And then the weekend that I was supposed to work after that, So originally when I had looked at the schedule, it said that I wasn't working any weekends at all for the month of August. And I remember very specifically, I told my mom and everybody else about that because, after Gen Con, we were like, okay, when are we doing game night? And I was like, I don't have to work weekends, so I'm free whenever. And then I just happened to look at my schedule one day and it showed that I was working on a weekend, and I texted my supervisor and I was like, did you change my schedule? And he was like, oh yeah, I changed it. Sorry. I'll talk to you more about it in a second. And I was just like, well, I made plans for this weekend, so I'm not going to be able to work because, you didn't tell me that you changed my schedule. So you didn't tell me you changed my schedule. So I made plans. All you had to do was text me. Because basically what it was, he had changed my schedule because he's been trying to change my schedule for a while now. And he went ahead and did it. And then he was told by higher up people that he basically had to put it back where it was. But he didn't tell me that he did that. And I'm like, all you had to do was send me a text message. I told him, I said, all you had to do was send me a text message, but you didn't even send me a freaking text message to tell me that that you changed my schedule. So here we are, and I'm not working. So he basically had to find coverage, and I caused a big fuckus with that because, of course, he wasn't gonna work because he couldn't or whatever. And so yeah, it was a nightmare. And I told everybody, I was like, well, I'm sorry that I didn't mean to cause such a ruckus with my schedule. But I was like, he didn't tell me that he was going to change my schedule. And, yeah. So since then, as I mentioned, I have not worked weekends. I don't have to work weekends anymore unless I volunteer my services. And I can tell you right now, I will not be volunteering my services anytime soon because of that little incident. So, yeah, that worked out, right? Not for him, but for me, Speaking of watermelons, I am drinking a watermelon White Claw right now. Why not? Who doesn't sit and drink while they're doing voiceovers? You know how that is sometimes. My video's frozen. like straight up frozen. What's happening? IDK. Pause the video. Let's just skip to the part where I start with the day by day and let's figure out what's going on. I was trying to do these sort of like Kittenish Jess, who was it? Scribble Prince Co. Like that sort of a video. And yeah, it didn't work out. So hang on a second. All right, we are back. I thought I fixed it. I guess not. There we go. All right. So moving into the day by day, I did color block this week, in case you can't tell. I did use the date covers that came with the kit, literally just because the date dots were included, or the date numbers were included in the foil bundle. And I thought, when else am I going to use half pink, half black foil date dots? So I did use the the scripts that came with the foil bundle as well, because again, when am I going to use half pink, half black scripts? So on Monday, the first thing I marked was Coffee Monday, and then work. And then I got an Amazon package. I had to fold my laundry, and then I went to bed early because I was tired. Yeah. On Tuesday, the first thing I did was go to work, of course. And I read. I read on Monday, I just didn't mark it. That it's an audiobook icon from Carly Plans, but I kind of use them interchangeably with like every other book icon that I own, just because, like, who cares? Am I right? Let's see here. And then I had a headache. I got some Happy Mail from Linner Designs. I bought her like sci-fi, the foil bundle that goes with like the sci-fi kit. I purchased the kit itself from a different shop, but and then I got ice cream because I was in my feelings. You know how it is sometimes. Work. I was reading that Kindle stickers from PMD Print and Plan. I'm trying to keep up with the video, but I'm going faster than the video is, so maybe I should talk about something else. I have nothing to talk about, though. The power went out at work. That was stupid. I'll talk about this. We have battery backups on all of our computers at work, except for one, which is hooked up to, so we have a generator at the hospital, of course, and there is one computer in our department that is plugged into the generator plug. It's designated by like a red outlet, but basically it's just the generator plug. And all the other computers have a battery backup. So the power goes out and we're like, okay, whatever. And we find out that, like, unfortunately somebody had gotten into an accident. As far as I know, everybody's okay. But somebody had gotten into an accident and took out a power line. And so, yeah. We were out of power for several hours. We were sitting in the dark just chilling. Everyone's like, oh, you're out of power? Like, no, we just like sitting in the dark. But the battery backup on my computer that I was using lasted about 10 minutes, and then it went out. So I was working off of a laptop, which was interesting to say the least. So fortunately, most of the things that we need are battery backup, so I guess it's not that big of a deal. But Friday, I went out with my mom. We went and got coffee. Oh, I had to work. I went into work for a couple of hours. I think I just worked until like probably like 11 or 12, I would assume. I think I worked until 12 because I think I covered until one of my other coworkers came in. And also, if you can hear my chair squeaking, I apologize. I guess I need to get it greased up. But yeah, so I was doing some online shopping. I'm assuming that's what this shopping referred to. And then I went to lunch with my mom. Oh, I pulled in a Scribble Prince Co. Color of the Week scribbler sheet. That's what all those scribblers are from that you see. I forgot about that. I couldn't tell you which week it was, but you'll see it in my flip through of my leftovers. But yeah, so we went out to lunch with my mama. She wanted to go to a very specific restaurant, so 45 minutes later, we were finally at the restaurant, and they didn't even have what she wanted. And then we went to Roll King. My mom gets detergent from there because it's super cheap. And then we went to Goodwill. I got a shit ton of books, which was very exciting. And then we went and visited my sister. I did my laundry. And then I think that said YouTube. I'm assuming that said YouTube binge. And then Saturday, of course, like I said, I had to work. And then I did my homework while I was at work. And I read. And then it was really cool. So my mom had called me and was like, hey, what time do you get out of work? I said 7, Mother. And so she was like, okay, well, meet us. She wanted me to meet her somewhere. And so I could take a container that they had gotten home. And then my stepdad called me like a little bit after 7 as I was driving to meet them. And they were like, hey, why don't you just meet us at the hospital? Because we're like in town. So I met them at the hospital and they were like, well, do you guys want to do you want to have dinner with us? And I was like, okay, sure, yeah. So I ended up, did I buy them dinner? I think I paid for dinner. I don't remember. I think I paid for dinner. I really don't remember. Either way, I had dinner with my mom and my stepdad, and then I had to get gas, because of course I did. What is my life if not driving to work and driving to the gas station? Repeat the process. Let's see, what book did I read this week? What does that say? I read a book called Happiness Falls, which I actually really liked. And then I started The Unsinkable Greta James, and did some online shopping. But that is the finished spread, a little Viv Wiggle. Flip through everything I have left in the kit. And yeah, thank you all so very much for watching, and until I see you next time, bye-bye.